we go. I used to want to live in this little area right here. All these old historic homes, just so pretty. A lot of work taking care of them, I know that. They're always working on them though. Look at that, man. Isn't that beautiful? Yep, always working on these old buildings, man. Hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today I am on board Casper the Friendly Spyder, my lovely 2019 Cam-Am Spyder RT base, along with our good friend BaBa. There she is. A lot of folks have been asking, knowing that she's been going through treatments and dealing with stuff, and things have been crazy, super duper duper crazy as a matter of fact. We drove up here to Thomasville, Georgia today to get us a little bit of grub. We went to a nice restaurant called the Plaza up here in Thomasville. If you're ever up this way, you need to stop by there. Get their fried chicken or the hamburger steak. BaBa had the hamburger steak. Let me close this up. BaBa had the hamburger steak. I had the fried chicken. I always get the fried chicken. It's really good. I get the quarter fried chicken, white meat. Oh, it was good. And their cornbread, man, I don't even like cornbread, but their cornbread is to die for, man. It is good stuff. But the last time BaBa and I were out riding was a day of her treatment, and we were talking about, you know, what she needs to do sometimes and why she wants to go out and ride, and how she stays motivated. And I thought that today would be a good opportunity to talk about that. Last time we were out, we tried to do a video and my cameras didn't work right and things got all jacked up, and you know, sometimes that's how it goes. You don't worry about it. You live to fight another day, and that's what I'm doing today. So, all right. Whoa, that wind. All right, so the last time me and BaBa were out, what we had talked about was this, and you know, I was like, so what do you need to do today? Because she's been going through a lot of coughing fits and treatments that were been, we'll just say, have been less than enjoyable. And so she wanted to let you know that you need to get out and you need to do stuff. And I asked her for some strategies for staying happy and staying motivated, and she gave me some ideas. We were sitting in my living room talking, and so I'm gonna share them with you right now. So the first thing she said you needed to do was you need to go do something. Just go do something. All right, so what does that mean? You know, when you're down, sometimes the last thing you want to do is get out and go somewhere. You just have to get up and do it anyway. And you know, that's one of those things where once you're out and moving around, you just automatically feel better. Your mind is off of it. She was telling me that like, I asked her, you know, do you feel like going for a Spyder ride? She goes, if you were to ask me if I feel how I feel like laying in bed, right? But if you were to ask me what I want to do, that she would say she wants to go for a ride. So if she based it on how she felt, she'd just lay there, right? And so I want you to know, I want you to take heart that sometimes you may not feel like doing something physically, but emotionally you just have to get out and do something about it. You got to just go. You just got to get up. You gotta say no to the part of you that wants to just wallow in it. And so she doesn't give in to that. So what was the second thing? There was another thing that she talked about. She goes, you know, the big thing you got to do, Dad, you got to hang out with people you care about. So I'm like, then why are you hanging out with me? But she said, you know, you got to hang out with people you care about, people you like, people that make you feel better. You know, I taught her as a kid, and all my children I taught this, there are the people who add to your life and the people who subtract from your life. Now, it doesn't mean that people that subtract from your life, that you can't be around them. You just can't be around them all the time, and you have to be careful when you're around them, because those people will wear you out. They will draw life out of you. And then there are people who add to your day. They make your day better. They make you happier. They make you smile. They're willing to listen to you complain a little bit. And they're willing to hold your hand and pat you on the back because they add to your life. They make your life better. Apparently, I am one of those people in her life that I add to her life. I make her life a little better, a little bit sweeter. And so, you know, make sure that you find friends and you grow those relationships. You know, a lot of times we have those people in our life and we don't appreciate it. We don't nourish those relationships. We have to nourish those relationships. So if you got someone who adds to your life, build that relationship. Take the time, pick up the phone, you know, send them a card, buy them candy at Easter, you know, do something special for them here and there. Add to their lives so that they will always add to yours. It's good. You know, building those relationships is super important, because when bad things happen, and let me tell you something, in your life, bad things are going to happen. They happen to you, they happen to me, they happen to all of us. You need those people there. You need them there. So make sure that you love on those people so that when you need them, they'll love on you. All right, so step one, just get out and do what you know you need to do. And step two, do it with somebody that adds to your life, that makes your day more complete. All right, well, we got a third one, but before we get to the third one, give this video a big old fat thumbs up, because a regular thumbs up won't do. We need a big old fat one. Then leave a comment, and another comment, and then one more comment about your 2 comments. All right, here's the next one. This one can be a hard one. This is a tough one. Quit the negative talk. Quit the negative talk. And the one that I'm going to talk about next is even harder than this one. But we're going to start with this one. Quit the negative talk. In other words, I feel bad. I don't like this. I'm unhappy. I'm sad. I'm hurt. This or that. You have to speak more positively. You have to speak as if things are better sometimes. Because a lot of times we talk so negatively that we just beat ourselves up. And then we end up being miserable. You know, what's amazing is sometimes we don't even add to our own existence. We actually subtract from our own existence by talking so negatively. Have you ever been around somebody that every time they open their mouth, you're like, I think I just want to jump into that lake. Maybe that gator over there eat me. Because they're just so negative, you know, just constantly complaining, woe is me, my life is so hard. And, you know, even if your life is hard, complaining all the time is certainly not the way to deal with it. You know, there's a time to complain. There's a time to get it out. But to just be an incessant whiner, man, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't got time for that. All right. Number four is the one that is harder than the don't negative talk. This is probably one of the toughest ones of all of them. And that's this one. Quit negative thinking. Man, wow. Harness your thoughts. Wow, let me tell you, that's real grown-up land stuff, y'all. That's real grown-up land stuff. When you know that you're harnessing your thoughts, then you know you're a grown-up. You know that you are doing it right, because our brain wants to go places that it shouldn't go. Have you ever said, you know, I got a growth on my pinky toe, and so you Google it, and then you find out that 1 out of every 10 million people have a tumor that looks like what you have on your pinky toe? So you start planning your funeral? Don't be one of those people. Don't do that. Don't borrow trouble. Do not borrow trouble. Don't negative think. Don't negative talk. You know, there's nothing wrong with being a realist and understanding that the situation is bad, or that the situation could be worse, however you want to look at it, or that the situation could be better. But there's nothing wrong with understanding all of that without negatively thinking all of the time. You know, so you have to think positive. You have to talk positive. You have to think positive. If you find yourself talking about the same things that are negative over and over again, you know, then start every time you do that, just start redirecting yourself. It's hard to do. It's real hard to do, because there are times we need to get things off of our chest, and I'm not saying stuff things so you don't get it off your chest. I'm simply saying, if you don't think about negative things all the time, you're not going to complain as much. When you don't complain as much and you don't think as negatively, you're going to be happier. You're just going to be happier. All right. Number 5, I ask her, how are you happy? How can you be happy? What do you have to do to be happy? Can you clarify all that for me? And here's the answer. You just got to be happy. That sounds too simple, doesn't it? Happiness is a choice. You know, when asked, people who are old and look back at their life, the number one regret that people have when they're old is they did not choose to be happy enough. There's a lot of times you may look at your spouse, not that I would ever do this or Coach Vic would ever do this, because, you know, we're both, you know, models of being the perfect husband and wife. But there are people out there, I'm sure, I'm told, they'll look at their spouse and go, oh man, I gotta hang out with you today. You got to choose to be happy. You got to choose to be happy. You know, there is a reason why you married that person. There's a reason why you cared about them. You've got to choose it. You have to choose the way you're going to respond to people. You have to choose the way you're going to be, the way you think, the way you speak. You just have to choose to be happy. Now, there are a lot of people out there going, well, I just can't. My life is too hard. And you know what? I'm going to say your life probably is hard. But understand this. There's going to come a time where you don't have any more time. And the 10 days or the 10 years or the 25 years or whatever it was, 25 weeks, 25 days, whatever it is that you just chose, you go, man, my life is hard, so therefore I'm going to be angry and I'm going to be miserable. Man, don't do that. Don't throw all that time away. Life's too short. Why would you throw it away? You got to choose to be happy. You got to choose to live it and love it. So there's 5 strategies for you of what to do. You know, these things are not little things. Look, this is coming from someone who is in their mid-20s going through cancer treatments, recurrent cancer, and dealing with real problems. To where you can't, you know, I mean, right now it's like walking a quarter of a mile, she's out of breath. I mean, it's hard. Her life's hard. And if she can find a way to do it, you can find a way to do it. So, Allie, why don't you give them a big old thumbs up? There you go. If she can do it, you can do it. She's choosing to be happy. She's choosing to live her life. She's hanging out with the right people. She's doing the right things, and she's making the right decisions. And as a father, I couldn't be more pleased and more proud. All right. Well, again, give the video a big old thumbs up. But that is another one in the book. So you, yes, you, go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself. And remember, if you're not having fun, you are most definitely doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and I will see you on the road real soon.